The Rugby Canada annual general meeting is taking place this weekend in Montebello, Quebec, situated partway between Ottawa and Montreal. Delegates from the 10 provincial unions, as well as Rugby Canada Super League representatives and members of the Rugby Canada board, will meet to chart the course of the game both short-term and long-term. One of the key elements to come out of the second day of meetings was the assertion by the RCSL that it wanted to be considered a legitimate pathway for players to the North America 4 and the men's national team. Nick Fairhurst is the representative from the Victoria, BC-based Crimson Tide, and he said there was some positive points coming out of the competition committee meeting that followed the RCSL conference.
Well, absolutely. I think this year, we tried to come in with a much more positive attitude, and we discussed the concept of the Super League and tried to stick with the concept of the Super League and keep it not regional, but as an East-West competition. And that stays roughly along the line of what the Super League is meant to be. It's meant to be a national competition, not regional. Everybody understands the scheduling problems. Everybody understands the problems we have on the coast with putting a good product on the field, and have had those troubles in the last 2 years, mainly because of the NA4. Following on from that, when we went upstairs and met with the provinces, the actual members of the Rugby Canada, there was some much better response, we felt, to the fact that the Rugby Canada Super League feels it does not want to be an orphan league. It wants to be a league which comes within the auspices of Rugby Canada, and it wants to develop.
Tim Young is here representing the 2007 RCSL champion Prairie Fire. And he says despite the fact that it is great being part of the Fire and the success they have had, ultimately the league needs players to buy into the plan as well.
For the Super League, and that they want to play for the Super League. I don't think there's any secret that if you have to mandate people to do things, people aren't going to come and give you their whole heart and their whole soul and play their very best. But if we have a good league, and we show that this is one of the options that takes you to NA4 and takes you to the national team, people will want to get that value. They'll want to come and play these games and be a member of a Super League team no matter where it is across the country. It is still the national league, and I think that really carries some weight when it comes to player development.
Delegates also got presentations on the registration system and the insurance issues facing the sport. The board meeting starts on Saturday morning. In Montebello, Quebec, Doug Cross reporting.